Half-Life, Valve's debut game, and a game that changed first-person shooters forever. I'll be comparing Half-Life and Half-Life Source for the PC, Half-Life for the PlayStation 2, and of course the unreleased Half-Life for the Sega Dreamcast. Let's get started.
Good morning, and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System.
The original Half-Life is running at 1280 by 960 resolution, and Half-Life Source, which is the second one here, it's running at 1920 by 1080, and the PS2 version is running at 480i, while the Dreamcast copy is running on the VGA cable and upscaled to 720p using a VGA to HDMI up converter. Let's go back a bit and look at this screenshot. It looks like Half-Life on PC was ported over to the PlayStation 2 and Half-Life Source was ported to the Dreamcast. Of course, that's not the case, as Half-Life Source came out in 2004 and the Dreamcast version was being worked on and supposed to be released in 2000-2001. Later on, it was cancelled. The Dreamcast version is super dark compared to the others, but not in every part of the game, just some. Let's move on and take a quick look at the different loading times. The original Half-Life loads instantly, probably due to my modern computer. Source and the PlayStation 2 version load in 4 seconds, where the Dreamcast goes all the way to 17 seconds. That's probably one of the reasons they canceled the game. Take a look at the PlayStation 2 ceiling. It's a different texture, and they do that quite often in this version of the game. Half-Life Source is actually ported over to using Half-Life 2 Source Engine. I prefer the original guy, but using Half-Life 2 Source Engine opens up a lot more windows for this game, and it really does enhance it. The Dreamcast controls were rough. Sure, you can make custom ones and set them up to your liking, but by default, they have the buttons on the right control forward and backwards movement, and the joystick controls the camera. The sensitivity was also way up. I had to turn it down and I still had a hard time controlling it. Let's take a look at Freeman's suit from all 4 copies of the game. PlayStation 2 suit looks the best and the Dreamcast comes in a close second. Something really cool is that the PlayStation 2 version had a lot of new models, weapons, and even more advanced and extended levels incorporated from the cancelled Dreamcast game. Another awesome feature in the PlayStation 2 Half-Life is the co-op mode, where you get to play as 2 female scientists, which can be pretty fun. While I was playing Half-Life Source, I walked into this scientist floating above his chair. I don't know why it happened, but it happened. The Windows versions of Half-Life have a lot more lightning bolts shooting out of the center versus the other 2 systems, and the teleport animation is really only the same on the PlayStation 2 and Dreamcast. The other 2 kind of do their own thing. If you've ever played Half-Life, you've seen this old man everywhere. They reuse his texture all the time. The Dreamcast scientists look a lot different from the others, but still very creepy. The combat in all 4 versions is pretty much the same, although I did die in Half-Life Source, but that was probably the lack of skills. So really, if you want to play a Half-Life game, I'd choose Half-Life Source, or Black Mesa, which is a complete remake and looks like this. It took about 8 years to complete this remake of Half-Life, and on May 5th, it was greenlit to be distributed on Steam. It's really the best version of the game, but as I said before, if you want to play one of the originals, play Half-Life Source. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, don't forget to check out my side-by-side of Metal Gear Solid 2 or Dead or Alive 2 and so many others. Just check out our channel, RookerVision.